Welcome once again, day traders, to the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Monday, March the 5th, 2012. Let's get started. Looks like we're off to a bearish start, but let's wait. The stochastic is very oversold already. And it's coming back up, as you can see. And we now have a bullish crossover on our long-term MACD. And the problem is we've got some resistance here overhead in the form of the long-term moving average. So probably better wait until we get the white above the red here and see what happens. Okay, now the white is about to break above the red. The blue came down to the red, flipped the parabolic, and now it's back to being bullish. The white is staying above the red here, and we're breaking into the overbought zone on the stochastic, and we're breaking above zero on the MACD. So all of that looks pretty bullish. The question is, will we bust through this? Let's take a chance. Okay, there we go, and the parabolic is already above us, so we manually move the stop up to join in with it. Okay, hit the second target. Okay, and stopped out. Let's pause it there while we draw our first trade arrow. We got in right after this. And there we go. All right, so this is looking bullish. This is looking bearish. So let's see what transpires. Incidentally, I'm seeing this as a wave 3, probably 1, 2, 3, and now we're in some kind of wave 4 consolidation / pullback. That's why I'm not real anxious to jump in here. And as you can see, we're moving lower over here. MACD is getting close to a crossover, as are the MAs. Okay, let's try it on the short side. Okay, we hit that first target, but well, we finally moved the stop, didn't we? There we go. Okay. Okay, stopped out. Let's pause it there. Put in the next arrow. Let's see, where did we get it? Right about here, I think. Okay, I paused it because it looks like we can go lower here. Notice that our stochastic is probably above the midpoint and starting to curve down. This is definitely bearish. The blue was above the white, now it's coming down. So let's go ahead and, well, I'm a little skittish, but let's play it out just a little longer and see what happens here. Oh, good thing. Although, I think this is a last gasp wave 5. Let's see how far it goes, though. It does make a new high. Notice the white, though. It's very much under the red, as is this. Okay, now once we get the price back below the red, I think that it's going to be smooth sailing downward because look at the MACD, stochastic is overbought. Okay, there you go. Flip the parabolic. Even though wave fives tend to be weaker, I would have expected to see the blue above the red as an acknowledgement of wave 5. It actually made a higher high, which confirms that it is wave 5. Now the question is, what do we got going on here? Oop, hit all the targets though. That's always good. Let's pause it. Now, if I'm right, and let's see how likely it is. I'm going to pause this again. Okay. I think this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. That means that this is either an A or a 1. And it looks a bit long for an A wave for the price to end up ultimately going back up again. So I think that it's more likely that this is a 1. So we'll just see if that turns out to be the case. All right, start it up again. Okay. All right, now this looks like it's coming down, but you got to remember one thing about corrective waves. Oftentimes they're made up of 3 parts, A, B, C. And especially when we're this far away from the long-term moving average. This could come down and then go back up again, and the end of wave 2 could be up here somewhere before it sells off into wave 3. So if we go short here, we're going to be in trouble. So even though the stochastic is coming down, the MACD is bearish, notice that our short-term MACD looks like it's still kind of bullish. So what did I tell you? See, it's going back up again. Now, however, it might go low enough to make wave 3. We got a little bit of a bend here too. And the stochastic is about to cross the white on the MACD. That's actually kind of a bearish sign. So oop, that's the rest of wave 2 that I was expecting. It wasn't this little bit here. Okay, hang on. Now let's see if it comes down again into wave 3. We should have our wave 2 finish now because we got all the way up to the red moving average, A, B, C. So I'm betting that this thing's going to sell off and take out this low. And we've already got a curvature on the white there, and we're coming down after having been overbought on the stochastic. So let's go ahead and get short right now and see what happens. Okay, there we go. And we took out the second target. Oh, stopped out. Okay. Now, if this is wave 3, you might be thinking, well, that's pretty puny for a wave 3. Well, not necessarily. Remember, wave 3 does not have to be the longest wave. It just cannot be the shortest wave. And as long as this move here is longer than whatever wave 5 turns out to be, then it's still okay. So I'm still of the opinion that this is 1, 2, 3. Now we got to see what's up with wave 4. All right, now I think we're starting wave 5 here. Remember, wave 4 can have 3 parts too, A, B, C. So we're coming down with the stochastic, and it looks like this is going to turn and start to come down. So let's go short and see what transpires. And we got a bullish crossover on our long-term MACD. Now this could be wave 1 of 5, and now we're making wave 2 of 5. So if that's the case, we could still hit the target if this goes a little deep enough here. And that might have been 3 of 5 right there. Oh, you're going to make it? Not on this go around. Hopefully that's 4 of 5. Yes. That was a close one. All right, let me pause it while I catch up the stop here. Okay. Now, let's see how that works in terms of the Elliott wave. All right. Now, I've paused it. The stochastic is starting to come out of the oversold zone. Notice that it went very deeply into the oversold zone for the wave that I thought was wave 3. And it's now very deep again for the wave that I think is 5. So I'm still thinking that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Now here's how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, remember that in intraday futures, it's okay for wave 4 to intrude into the price space of wave 1. That is not a hard and fast Elliott wave rule when we're talking about intraday futures. So my count is perfectly valid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. If this is 5 and this thing is starting to go back up, then we're faced with the same situation. Is it going to be an ABC and then go lower, or is it going to be 1, 2, 3 for a bullish impulse pattern? Well, given the fact that the long-term MACD has not yet made a bearish crossover, and I think wave 5 is pretty well finished here, I would suggest that probably this thing is going to go higher. And in as much as we are coming out of the oversold zone right here, my inclination is to reverse this position. So watch this. So there is we caught wave 5, and now we're on whatever this turns out to be here. Okay, stopped out. So this is going to be wave 1 or wave A, and we are now in 2 or B. Okay, we're underneath the red with the price and the blue moving average. And it's possible the white could do a little scoop here as well. But I'm not seeing this as a short trade, even though we have this downsloping long-term moving average right here, because of this. This MACD is very potent. All right, now, are we going to go higher? Let's get a little closer to a crossover on this. Oop, there you go. Spiked up. Okay, let's get long. Okay. All right. Stopped out. But looking like it wants to still go higher. It got caught right on that resistance zone in the form of the long-term moving average. If we can, it's going to try it again though, as you'll see. Let's keep an eye on it. All right, there's our flip. We're almost to a crossover on the faster MACD. Of course, this thing's been bullish all along, and the stochastic is rising. These two yellow lines, by the way, are the overbought and oversold lines for the stochastic. So the upper one's at 75, the lower one's at 25. So that means we kind of came down to the 50% area and have turned and gone back up, which is a bullish sign. So there's a good chance that we could bust through this resistance at this point. So let's get long again. All right. Go ahead and draw our arrow. Okay, stopped out. All right, we got a bearish cross on the short-term MACD, which suggests that we're now going to maybe futz around into probably wave 4. So looks like to me we got 1, 2, 3, and now we're making wave 4. It's about 1:45 time-wise, at specific time, and NinjaTrader ends all my trades and makes me flat the market at 110. So as I recall, this was the end of trading today, so I'm not going to even attempt anything further. And as you can see, we got the MACDs pretty much going in opposite directions right now anyway. So I'm going to take this all the way up here and we'll just play it out in a big hurry. And there you have it. Well, $1,925. I think that's a new personal best for our to have as a concluding price with our 5 contracts. And let's see how many trades we had. I'm going to move this together. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 good trades, no losers today, and $1,925 total. We can scrape by on that. Okay, later.